All right, guys, window of opportunity again. Wasn't gonna walk today, and then all the sky just opened up clear. Yep. Got up again. It was all gloomy. Now it's nice, beautiful. Yeah, the fields are looking today. Everything looks nice. No damage from weather yet. So, a cautionary tale today. Watching somebody that hasn't put out a video in months now. Then he's put out 2 in the last, 2 days? Eastern Dreamer. They can maybe change his mind to Eastern Nightmare. His YouTube career. He found out that wouldn't sustain him over here. Imagine that. So he failed at his YouTube career. Had to go back to the US and get a real job. Imagine that. Just doesn't work out for everybody. That's why I don't think I would take the chance of trying to come over here without that income. And I think I was talking about this yesterday with another YouTuber over here. But yeah, didn't work out for him. He's back in, what do you say, Colorado? Heading to California. 30-some-year-old guy. I don't even know how old he is. 35? Going on 40 maybe? And had to head back to the States. Because that YouTube career wouldn't sustain him. Well, number one, he did it the wrong way. In Jack's opinion. He should have gotten himself a 22-year-old beautiful Filipina to put on the camera with him. That would have doubled and tripled his viewership. Maybe that would have been enough. Not too many single male YouTubers over here. Unless you're a full-time traveler and coming over here and exploiting Tondo and the rest of the poor neighborhoods, or go to Marawi. You're not going to do it sitting in Dumaguete, that's for sure. I don't know of any single YouTubers in the Dumaguete area that are sustaining themselves by YouTube. Writing was on the wall there. Big, bold letters. So he was crying about everything that the Philippines, everything that he was reminded of about the Philippines and how much he loved it over there. My God, it was hard to watch him when he was here. Morning. Guys that sit there and talk and go on and babble about nothing. Sort of like yours truly is doing, I guess. To make it through my walk. But yeah, he's talking about going to California and getting with another job opportunity. But he had to go back and live with friends in Colorado. Friends and roommates. No, thank you. No, thank you. one thing living in a barracks with fellow servicemen, but living in an apartment with other people, no, thank you. What the first video he popped up with was he was doing it from his car, or maybe I'm assuming it was his car, and doing one of those videos parked and crying about crying about having to go back to the States and putting on so much weight and it being so stressful. Guys, grow up. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Wind knocked that over. Last time it was a big swath of that. The wind did come through on with the showers again last night. But yeah, I hope others watch this guy's video. Not others here, of course, but others contemplating doing what he was doing, making that YouTube career. And these YouTube full-time travel couples, a lot of them don't make it either. But they're gonna, instead of getting a real job, any kind of real job, they go for the dream. And the dream becomes a nightmare. But I was getting tired of him running around in his red shirt and Dumaguete long sleeve red shirt in Dumaguete doing interviews and giving us his thoughts and perspectives on life. Dude, long sleeve dress shirt. I think that was the nail in the coffin there. Just kidding. All right, made it past the school. You can just look out here and see the cloud cover and everything. You can imagine just how humid it is right now. It's about, I want to say 9 in the morning. Motorcycle. So maybe somebody out there can comment and tell me one thing, because I'm sure everybody watches any Philippines YouTubers know about the story of that guy that spent 3 years in jail just because of false claims from his ex-girlfriend. Somebody give me a name. This guy Steven, he started it all, and then every day I'm seeing another YouTuber comment. 2, 3, 4, 5, at least 8 to 10 YouTubers, many of them here in the Philippines, have copied over that story, and nobody knows this expat's name that was arrested and spent 3 years in jail. Nobody can produce an article. Who is it, guys? Because this sounds like a tale of fiction. The lies just get bigger as more people talk about it. You've all heard that story, right? All heard that analogy. I think it's a myth. Who is this guy, guys? Who is he? Who spent the time in jail? What's the name? What is his name? Hey, good morning. What is his name? And speaking of myths, My buddy Jim's latest, and I'll keep this one very, very short, guys. Jim's claiming to only have 3 DUIs now in his latest video, instead of the 4 that he originally copped to. But what's interesting, you know, he's giving us his tale about this millionaire and his story, and I'm like, how does this relate to your Philippines experience, Jim? I don't get it. Anyway, just wanted to say that real quick. But the myth, here's what's really crazy, because how many stories does Mike's Philippine retirement have about maids in the Philippines? Somebody explain that to me. How does he know so much about maids in the Philippines when I've never seen him have one besides his wife? But he's got all these emails, all these stories about Sammy and Joe and I'm just taking a walk. How are you? What's up, buddy? Yeah, but these stories, you know how they are. And they all seem to go the same way. These people are all ripped off by their maid, or it was their maid with benefits. Because he heard about it in an email. How many of these stories are verifiable? Where is the email as evidence, proof positive? How many gullible people are there in this world that believes all these stories? And it's not just him, it's many, many others who just make up these tales. I have never had anybody send me a tale by email telling me how they were ripped off, how they were this, how they were that. Never. In 2 years of doing these wonderful emails or wonderful videos, not once has anybody reached out by email and told me their woeful tale. But these guys get them every day. Maybe people don't feel like they can open up to me. But they open up to these guys because then they can be exploited for content. Come on. I can guarantee you 90% of these tales are fabricated. And repeated. It's like rinse and repeat. 6 months later. Frogs in the water. But they get views, guys. Alright guys, let me just give you Jack's myth of the day. This is my personal opinion, not based on any facts except my own experience in life. If you watch a lot of these YouTubers and all these live streams and everything else, they would have you believe that 95% of every marriage where the wife goes back to the States, he brings her to the States, they would have you believe that 90% of these marriages fall apart almost immediately, just so they can get their green cards and keep the green cards, and then the guy they married is on the hook for the rest of his life paying for her to live in the States without them, because they have to legally support them. 95%, if you would listen to all the people talk about it. And I'm not sure where they get their percentages, because I can't think of a single example of anybody I know, and I know quite a few married expats who have taken their wives with them to the States. Many DoD civilian and military retirees who are here now. Many of them have done this, and I can't name a single case where their spouse has left them high and dry in the States almost immediately. Don't know a single case, guys, but I can count 10 off the top of my hand that were successful and are living back here, and after they retired, and they're successful as well. And they're sitting over here with their pensions and their Social Security and living a fine life. So where are all these tales of horror coming from? Is it these guys that marry them at 60 plus, marry that 22-year-old, and then they leave them high and dry? Which could be the case, but I just don't know anybody who's done that. Not with those severe age gaps. So, like I said, that's another myth that I do not believe. But you hear about it all the time. Never take your wife back. Never buy property for your wife. Never build a house. You'll just get taken. All right, past the dogs. And they weren't bad. I just had to be sure. Water's flowing good. And we'll stop by the other property, because they are working today from what Lynn tells me. They said I'll stop by twice a day just for content, guys. But Lynn cracks the bell there. She's the whip cracker in that project. A lot of fish in the canal. Just small, very small, 2 inches long. You can see them all at the top right there, hopefully. Can't begin to tell you what kind of fish they are. Let them sit there and grow. Maybe we'll come back here and do some fishing. Although I don't think I'd be eating anything that comes out of the canal. I'd have a rough time eating anything that comes out of the river over there, because of all the drainage from the rice fields, the pesticides, the chemicals. Yeah, I wouldn't trust any tilapia being sold here. I'm sure my wife doesn't mind, but not me. That's another thing, guys. I think my wife is turning Filipino. I think she's reverting back after almost 20 years in the US and outside of the Philippines. I think she's reverting back. And I'll tell you why. Because she bought some donuts from the local Mr. Donut about a week ago. And it's a full box, 12 donuts. And she put it in the refrigerator. And it's been sitting there for 7 days now. And I'm like, every day I'm asking her, when are you going to get rid of these? But I can guarantee you that if she put them out on the table right now, it'd be like it was brand new. And everybody would eat them like it's a great treat to have. Like, why wouldn't you do that when you first bought them? I wouldn't, sorry, just my upbringing, but I wouldn't eat 2-day-old donuts, let alone 7-day-old donuts. But she'll put it out and they'll get eaten. And it'll be a big treat to the kids and everybody else that gets one. I'm sorry guys, not for me. So she's returning to her Philippine roots. Morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
How's everyone doing today?
Yandre wants to talk to you.
He does, huh? What's his name? Yande?
Just sign language only.
Same language. So we made some progress.
Yep.
So when are you going to be finished?
Maybe Sunday.
Sunday?
Yeah.
Lynn said it was going to be a 2 or 3 day project. 2 or 3 days turns into a week to 10 days. So how many pig stalls you're building? 3?
2.
2. Gotcha. A 2-unit piggery. All right, gentlemen. You guys have a great day. All right. So that's this morning. I'll get Lynn over here with the camera one more time today, or I'll come back over later. See how we progressed. I told you it'd turn into a week-long project. Yeah, Lynn showed me the shortcut the other day, but I feel like I'm going through somebody's yard when I go that way, and I'm not going. My name's not PLT, so I can walk the extra 50 feet around. Yeah, we'd have to go through cut through somebody's yard there, and I'm not intruding in other people's lives. I don't like them traipsing through my yard. I don't want to traipse through theirs. All right, here we go. See if we can get through the mud. Hello, bye-bye. We can get through the mud. Oh, the flow's getting a little bit better there. The hole's getting bigger. Imagine that. Time will do that. There's that eggplant field again. Look at all them eggplants. Three things that I've seen grow over here is those squash we were pulling from Lynn's garden, the okra, and the eggplant. Three products over here that you can have no trouble growing. Everything else, and the long beans, green beans. Never seen green beans that were like 18 inches long. Must be grown by the green giant. Ho, ho, ho. But that one guy that's working there, he lives there, and he's the one always blaring his music. So good thing we got him working. That he's not blaring his music all day. Good morning.
Good morning.
So it makes for a quieter neighborhood. Keep him at work. But we got some music up here, so I'll say goodbye for the day, guys. You guys take care. This is Jack, and I'm signing off. Thanks for watching. Hey guys, now this is the biggest damn jackfruit I've ever seen in my life. Here's my arm. My God, that thing must weigh 20 pounds.
It's huge.
We're from here?
Yeah, from that lot next to it. Do you remember? Like, there's where we sit yesterday.
Uh-huh.
There's a jackfruit tree close to the bamboo tree.
Yeah, that's 25, at least 25 pounds.
That one.
You have it weighed kilos? How much?
That one.
It's got to be 13 kilos.
13.
At least. If not more.
No, way more. That's heavy.
Well, 25 pounds is 13 kilos. That's maybe 30 pounds. 35. I don't know. Never seen one that big, guys. Closest thing I could get. a picture. That thing is huge, guys. And it's not ripe?
No.
How do you know?
No. Do you remember Efren yesterday?
Uh-huh.
And he said something. He's like, "Oh, something smell like the jackfruit is ripe." So he chopped every single one of it.
But will it be ripe in a couple days? Or will it go bad?
I don't know. Maybe.
You're not a jackfruit fan or expert?
No.
All right.
So he did his. Oh, this one. Yeah, this one. Then he smelled it.
Put your head next to that, huh? Huge!